Hello everybody and welcome back to Dishonored 2. Um, so, before we get into this, let it just be known that I've turned the game volume down. I still, of course, have subtitles on and everything, but I've turned the game volume down to about half. Reason being is because, obviously, we haven't streamed Dishonored in over a month. We've been doing a lot of streams on PlayStation. And the big thing is that I am using a new headset. As you guys know, I had a lot of issues with my other headset, having a lot of audio issues and stuff with audio tearing and clicking and stuff in my headset. And I now have a wireless headset that I bought from Razer. And I've done a little bit of testing on it, and I do know that the sound of the mic really can't be turned up. So, with that being said, really, the whole thing here is that I've turned the game volume down by half. When I'm streaming on Xbox, I'm going to be streaming with this new wireless headset, and it is a little bit quieter than the others, so I'm going to have to talk a little bit louder. But we're getting back into it. I'm hoping that the volume is going to be lowered enough that we won't have to turn it down anymore. So, the last time we played, I know that we had headed into the Royal Conservatory. We were about ready to basically head into we were about ready to actually head inside. So that's what we're about to be doing. I was really feeling burned out on Dishonored for quite a while. And we finished The Last of Us 2. I guess you could say finished Final Fantasy VII. Fuck that bullshit. And before I decided to start any new playthroughs, I wanted to at least do a couple more Dishonored videos. Because even though I was feeling a little burned out, I kind of want to get back into this and do a couple videos. I kind of feel like playing it. So before we start any new playthroughs, I figured I would get a little bit Dishonored out there for those of you who are really enjoying the Dishonored playthrough. So yeah, like I said, I have lowered the sound in the game, the options down to half now. So the game is, I'll even show you here. In the options for our audio, everything is turned down to 50. So I'm hoping that will allow it so that the game volume does not overtake my voice. Because when I tested, when I previously had tested this headset, the volume was too loud. So yeah, I can adjust the volume on my headset for me to hear the game louder, but like I said, I want to make sure that you can hear me properly. So hopefully I won't have to turn the volume down any more than I need to. All right, so now that we're here, mission clues, yada yada yada. Lures and maps, blah 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 blah. So this is the map to the Royal Conservatory. We're here. We're here in front of this place now. So we have the Roseboro prototype that we still need to get, as well as head into the Royal Conservatory. Still have, plenty of runes and bone charms and everything to collect. I've now fallen into the pond. Let's actually go up here. Okay, this one is locked from the inside. We can go in here. Now, as you did see, the Witches of Brigmore are here. So we're going to want to be... We're going to want to break those things. The witches, they plant those. So yeah. All right. So can't take this owl photo painting.
Wicked ladies and hunters of slithering things in the hours before dawn.
I thought you said Slytherin for a second. I was like, Slytherin?
Come before me and bow.
Not Slytherin, eh? Alright, so there is this. But all these windows.
The conservatory. Built around the time I left for Dunwall.
She wanted to raise the Bloodbriar, but cannot. After trying to make gravehounds for weeks, she gave up. You should have seen the twisted things she made. All snouts and teeth and tails.
That's just the way it is, dear Carmela.
Oh, she's up there.
The islanders the outsider's mark. In some, she can do flows down to us.
Alright, so
Fair.
Think about working your fingers raw. You will know.
I won't let him escape.
okay, just miss them all.
Should have stayed in your boring little world. Tear you into pieces. Try to come back here.
Oh my god, dude. I am absolute garbage. Well, you know, autosave. You know what? I think we'll do it. Just because I wasted so many fucking darts right there. If you're wondering what I'm drinking some sparkling Arrowhead water. It is a I know that a lot of people don't just like to drink sparkling water because they think it tastes bitter. This is the least bitter tasting sparkling water of all of them. Like, of any sparkling water I've ever had. Like, people who like, you know, like LaCroix and stuff, they're kind of, I guess that's kind of the appeal.
Poor Lucinda. She wanted to raise the Bloodbriar, but cannot. After trying to make gravehounds for weeks, she gave up. You should have seen the twist.
There you go. See? Just like that. Should have been just like that, people. That is how it's done. Not the way I did it before, where I wasted all that time. Kill that blood fly. Okay, so raw whalebone. These two can just fucking lay here. I don't give a shit. You have some stuff that I can take, though. Okay, so The Duchess in Green by Douglas Harwickle, historian. Much has been written on Theodonis Abel and his sons, but in her own quiet way, the Duchess Callis Abel made contributions to Serkonos that will never be forgotten. A collector of artwork, she commissioned the painting Rodonis Abel's Incongruence with Time from Anton Sokolov. It was a tribute to her late son, Rodonis, who died at the hands of a deranged street scoundrel while studying abroad. The Duchess Abel was also an architect and busied herself with projects as varied as the building of the Orphans of Seafarers Academy and the installation of the marble flooring in the original ducal palace. The marble was a gift to the Abel family from the late Empress Jessamine Caldwin, who had the stone quarried from the cliffs of Redmoor. However, the ducal residence was raised to make room for the new palace constructed under the direction of Luca Abel. Substantially, all of the artworks and treasures from the old residence were lost or destroyed. Callis was a private person and rarely made public appearances. She died in her 57th year after a tragic fall from a balcony. Joy. Alright, so, we'll look around here, I guess. We'll extinguish some candles and... Unfinished letter to Abigail. Abigail, cherished cousin, can you get some of his hair and a recent handkerchief? If so, handle them as little as possible and send them to me wrapped in wax paper. Leave the rest to me and he'll have bad luck the rest of his days. No one should be forced to marry an old oyster like him. Just thinking on his horrid purple lips makes me cringe. You poor little dove. How clever of Uncle Max to finally see the match was no good. Also, I'll send you some ointment for your complexion. Alicia or Alicia? You know, sometimes it's pronounced Alicia. So. There was always a cure. The question is, what are you willing to sacrifice to have it? When Anton Sokolov spoke these words, Bristol was battling the worst plague in a century. Hospitals were overwhelmed, and the citizens panicked. Eventually, a cure was found thanks to the work of Sokolov and Pierre Joplin, but that cure came at a terrible price. In his quest for a remedy, Sokolov needed infected individuals who were rounded up and given experimental serums so their reactions might be observed. The plague was horrific enough, but these serums brought on dire symptoms of their own. Blood became as if stone in one patient. In another, bones dissolved beneath the skin. The dreadful cries, it is said, were enough to drive a sane person mad. Still, progress was made, according to Sokolov. Alas, it was not enough to test only the sick. For reasons perhaps only a natural philosopher might understand, it was also essential to administer these serums to healthy individuals. Citizens jailed for petty crimes were thrown into cells and injected with Sokolov's experimental serums. Most of these formerly healthy persons perished, of course. Officially, they were all victims of the plague, sacrificed for a cure and buried in communal graves. Silver egg, we'll take that. Getting rid of these candles does make it a bit darker. This lady is definitely not alive. She's not going to be needing those jellied eels either, so I'll take those. So there's our rune. Oof. This guy did not have it good. Let me see. Let's get the firebolt out. There we go. Thank you. Bone charm is. There we go. Right inside here. All this stuff is levitating. It's a spell! Alright, let's see here. Damn blood flies swarming around here. There's some more blood amber. Okay, so this is right around the corner from everything. There are the Roseboro prototype is right over there. Alright, so that's one of them knocked out.
Is someone there? I don't like that. Better have a
I
look.
won't let him escape. Come back here.
Oh dear. I think there's one more dart. There we go. So they broke the glass, which means now the thing's locked down.
You're mine. How do you want to die? I have plenty of ideas. Paint my nails red with your blood. I'll grind your skull into a very fine powder and drink. That's a trick I could use. I'm certain.
Thank you. Okay, let's carry her, make sure that we don't, we don't want to get her, killed via the blood flies.
No way he left.
You're right, I didn't leave. You can lay on this nice bed. There you go. I think that's all of them in here. At least I hope so. Okay. Take a health potion.
Who's that? You don't stand a chance, eh? I'll fill my pillow with your hip for luck. I know you're here somewhere.
Alright. So we've got the Roseboro prototype. We can now go back to the shopkeeper.
What a pleasant surprise.
Hello, sir.
Welcome back. I see you
I've
found
got
the
your
prototype.
prototype.
Your acquaintance didn't
Yes.
make it.
It is a risky line of work, I'm afraid, but let's not dwell. I expect you'll be interested in payment. First, your finder's fee, of course, and if you like, I can draw up some schematics based on the prototype, something you can use to modify your tools. And as a token of my appreciation, a discount at the shop.
A fair deal.
Hooray!
What a pleasant surprise to see you again. This is what I have for upgrading your equipment.
Switches to flee. Let me see here.
No need to wrap it for you, I suppose.
No, sir. No, sir. Need not.
You want blueprints for better weaponry.
Alright, let's see here.
All those valuable artworks locked up in the conservatory where no one... I'm certain you will be satisfied with your purchase. An excellent choice.
Guess we'll grab that. Buy one of those just in case.
Visit again soon.
All right.
I'd love to know who made that map.
So now we will go back in that we've delivered that. We have some more sleep darts.
One's called Copper Spoon. Huh?
Mister?
Oh no!
No way. Huh.
I think that lady's dead. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Is she dead too? Oh no, she's unconscious. Oh my god, that lady fell quite the distance. Oh man, I shouldn't have done that. Oof. Oof. Well, since she's dead, we'll just toss her in the water. Oh, oh God! Oh, the fish! Oh! Oh, it's so horrible. Put my dart back? Oh, God. Yep, we're just gonna eat her up. Eliminate the evidence. Well, there you go. Oh, so there's a bone charm in here. Let's see. Okay, we've already read that. Archive key. It's reflection on Mendician Continent 4. Rewired tool. Okay, let's see what bone charms we have. Oops. Or I can do that. Let's see here. So slide speed is slightly faster, and movement is slightly faster with weapon sheathed. Alright. So I feel like we can... break these down and make another 4 cross. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But let's go ahead and craft bone charms. Sacrifice them. So duelist skill. Let's see here. So that we're gonna craft another 4. So we're gonna do duelist skill. That one. Swift shadow. Swift stalker. And then was it spiritual fortune? Well, I mean, how about we just do slide speed is slightly faster? No corruption, come on. Shit. So now we have a slight chance that sleep darts will have no effect. Fuck. So it is corrupted, but we're gonna have to use it. Let's see here. What's another, what else do we have here? Dream from a fountain restores health, restores all mana. Alright, so yeah, we're just gonna do that for now. Fuck, dude. I have to take it. It kind of sucks, but you know, everything else is good in there as well, so fuck, dude, that sucks. Alright, there we go. So we want to... The dogs, by the way, they don't count as deaths. For, like, only people do. So we're good on that. Alright, so we'll look around here. Our whalebone. Nice. I can't grab that. Oh well. There. Oh nice. Steambolt? Oh, I can't pick up anymore. Damn. That guy is definitely dead. Breaking and entering job. Use cliffside outside office windows to get over fence. Drop down in your basement through delivery door. A special display is on the 2nd floor. Enter through security room, grab Roseboro prototype. Don't forget to disable alarm. Easy money. Oh, so this is the guy's, yeah. This is his guy. His man is dead.
What is a fine mist, my dears?
That mouth catches no flies. There was someone. I'll grind your into...
So these blinding bolts will be good. For us to make sure that we, just in case, like with that bolt that I just wasted. It's not that it didn't work. I fucked up. There's nothing over here. There's a giant turtle shell, by the way. God, I can't get back under. There we go. I saw some blood amber drop. We'll go ahead and grab that. Disincarnate 3. Uh-oh, where'd it go? There we go. Aha, rune here. Lock this. What's this note say? Reminder, the key to the archives in the quartermaster office. Oh, good. There we go. I already got it, so... Oh, my alarm is going off. Sorry about that. I had my alarm set for 2:30 for me to get up, but
Ashworth's
I decided not to take a nap.
Why Delilah can't be killed.
How do we get in here?
After Delilah fell to the assassin Dowd, her magic was lost, and the coven scattered. I made a new life
I just have to...
Karnaka. Then I heard her whispering from the void, leading me to the Duke, who heard those same whispers. Together we worked to bring Delilah back into the world, changing the Empire from the home of Aramis Stilton 3 years ago. Across the Isles, all of us who'd been with her at Brigmore and before, we felt the magic return. Others joined. New faces, new blood. Now, Delilah is immortal. Forever. She holds Dunwall, and we've turned to corrupting the oracular order. The overseers take guidance from their prophetic sisters, and soon we'll influence their dreams and visions.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that one. See about that one, lady. The fuck is this? You can open that. Oh, we got another dead guy here. Alright, basement, main hall, upper level. Let me see here. So still want to hide those, and those, and those, and those. But I think I'm going to keep all the rest of these because I want to make sure that I can destroy the skulls. Thing. Fuck, dude. Need like a bottle. I didn't kill her.
I hear you, my mistress. I'm your devoted servant. Yes, yes, yes.
I pulled her right over the top. Lay her down nicely. I don't even know what those are. But I'm gonna... Sorry.
Got ghost flesh all over my arms.
You can lay here with your friend. There's somebody upstairs. I can't like really see them. Dead body in here. Oh, we got a hanging guy over here. Oh, there's another tentacle plant thing. Yes, so she's right there. Oh, there's coins. I'll take those. Sorry, sir. Oh, man, he did not having a good day.
I know he'll show up again. I'm ready.
Are you, though? Are you ready? Triggered housing. Can't carry any more rewired tools. Sokolov technology and the new age. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technologies is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks of processed whale oil they use as fuel. When a tank is exhausted, another can be plunged into place with ease, and the process is simple enough that any common workman or even the lower guardsmen of the city watch can handle the task. This applies to the arc pylon and wall of light security systems, as well as the carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Sokolov's design is the validity of the oil. It's like it's volatile. Volatility of the oil itself. I'm sorry, I don't know how to read anymore. Listen, I don't care. I don't know how to read anymore. A few incidents have occurred resulting in damage to property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks has exploded. Yeah, that's for sure. I gotta fuck around with that, but okay, up we go. So there's another person up there. Sorry, lady. Something's got to give. You lay right there. Where the fuck is this bone charm? It's a black bone charm. Get up there through the thing. The elevator shaft. Anyway. Here we go. That's it, right there. Pouch. Okay, so let's see what this has. We take damage, a significant portion is instead subtracted from mana. Nah. I'll sacrifice that. With a raw whalebone. Alright, the foreign curse written and researched by Tabitha Alba. The Great Rat Plague, the Spreading Death, the Foreign Curse. These are names we give to discuss to the disease that bloomed briefly, taking tens of thousands of lives as it spread across from Bristol, from home to home, town to town, preferring neither rich nor poor. The capital city of Dunwall suffered the most, settled so thickly by both people and rats. Many feared the plague would have spread to Serkonos, but even beyond the naval blockade effected at the time, several factors kept the sickness from reaching our shores. First, in Serkonos, the population of disease-carrying rats was kept in check by bloodflies. Natural enemies, rats are known to feed on bloodfly larvae, and fully mature bloodflies lay their eggs in rats. Second, it is simply true that Serkonians are healthier than most. With the best foods, morning constitutionals, and strong work ethic, we have some immunity to diseases that afflict less vibrant folk. Lastly, mining dust was found in trace amounts in Serkonos, even during the time of Dunwall's great crisis, and that dust played a critical role. It's true that the plague was spread by rats, but some natural philosophers now believe that it was also carried on wind currents. As such, we can be thankful that in addition to bringing us wealth from silver, the mines also protected us from the Great Plague in living memory. Well, I wish we could protect ourselves from the Great Plague of living memory. You don't like wearing their masks. They think it's fake. So, by the way, as you can see, there's these coffins down here. Those are the Sisters of the Oracular Order that I mentioned. The Silver Spike. Genius inventor can barely recall his own name. Kieran Jindosh loses his smarts in a bold experiment gone wrong. Ha ha ha. We already know that's not true. You know him as the grand inventor, the genius of our time, but that was before his latest experiment went somehow wrong, leaving the man a blubbering shell of his former self. Scandalous, but true. Servants are gleefully coming forward with stories of the once great inventor now barely able to navigate from room to room. One woman claims that Jindosh is now unable to determine which way to turn a simple bolt. Everyone knows it's righty-tighty, she said. Everyone knows it's righty-tighty. Another wondered openly whether Jindosh may have been using his pupils' ideas all along, faking his genius to gain reputation. Allegedly a cruel employer, sadistic in his dismissal of his staff's basic needs, there's one curious turn in the story. Those closest to the inventor claim that he is now gentle as a lamb. Well, yeah, because we made him pretty much mentally retarded.
What happened to Jindosh? I'm told he's a gibbering idiot now. I don't know.
He is a gibbering idiot now. Alright, we have another black bone charm. Your movement is not slowed when your weapons are unsheathed. There we go. So we move faster when our weapons are sheathed, and we move just as fast with them unsheathed. So there you go. Bam. Black bone charm notes. Fifth, I've set out to craft a new bone charm, and I hope that it will to have it blackened, and keeping those of greater power, it will complement the one I've carried since finding it within a mausoleum in Alba. Though it's rare to meet others touched by the void, summoners beware, for as long as I carry that bone charm, their rats and vermin will turn against them, and the new charm, if it works, will shield me against assassins. 11th, I'm still working on my protective charm. I've taken the Tivian Gravebone recipe and altered it, using much more burdock root. The instructions were vague, and the safeguards it offers are weak. 18th, neither chamomile nor Sturdiums added to the mix give me the right effect. Though they perfume the air quite nicely, I feel well protected from unpleasant smells, but not from much else. "23rd, I finally got it. Hellebore, of course, fermented and reduced over low flame. It's rare to achieve this effect where the bone charm turns darkest black. As I wanted, I'm warded against the first bullet or bolt from an assassin weapon. The initial shot that would fell me will instead change to blood flies in an instant." So excuse me if I start sniffling a little bit, everybody. As you guys know, I live in Arizona. I live in Yuma. It's pretty hot. It's currently 111 degrees. It's supposed to be like 113 today. It's supposed to be like 117 tomorrow. It's very hot, so if I start sniffling, it's just because it's kind of hot. I do have my fan on, if you hear my fan, but even with the fans on and everything, it still gets to be about almost 80 degrees in our apartment. And that's just because of how hot it is.
Cast off parts piled in my workshop, but Jindosh finished some time ago. The rest is up to me, learning to use the machine. Tricky thing, touching the void.
Okay, well, let's go in here.
Biscuits. I look forward to using it myself once you're ready. Perhaps. Dunwall Tower is mostly inhabited. The High Overseer won't be a problem anymore. Then there's the matter of my own project. I grow more ripe oak. When I come to Karnaca, we drink an ocean of good wine and sing trumpets at the 40th hour. I look I need your eyes on the Duke. At least until we have the sisters under control. There's no one else I trust.
Look at all the tasty grapes. Alright, we'll grab that. Oh, what was that? Was that a sleep dart? Oh, yes. Blow all these candles out. Can't put that fire out, but, you know. Okay, so ryegrass, some raw whalebone. Let's play this autograph.
I meant nothing to my fine family, beyond an advantageous marriage and years of childbearing. They promised me to a man 3 times my age who wheezed on about our wedding night.
These odd lenses might be linked to what Ashworth is working on.
From the first time I slipped out of the manor,
Well, we'll take that.
there was no returning to my cage. Looking at the stars and drinking wine on a rooftop, I was free. Instead of seeing the overseers for marriage, I visited my father's banker and raced away from my old life toward Delilah. Those were the Coven's glory days.
Alright, Brianna Ashworth's notes. The original lenses Jindosh and I devised for the Oraculum were horribly flawed. Rather than focusing the energies of the void, the faulty lenses scattered them. My head was filled with noise, and the spiritual channel linking me to Delilah's magic was nearly extinguished. I will not cease my efforts until our coven controls the sisters of the Oracular Order. But I know now that I proceed at grave risk. The old lenses could have been my ruin. They are stored in my workshop for now, but must be
If I
destroyed.
can sabotage Ashworth's communion device, she'll be powerless.
Yep, so that's what we gotta do. Okay, the Ascended Clockwork Soldiers, already read that. My effigies of the Oracular Sisters. 4th day. It's been difficult to create effigies of the Oracular Sisters. They keep themselves, rarely venturing outside, impossible to get the hair and nail clippings I need. But I have an idea. If the sisters are linked, even beyond death, then I can use the bodies of their dead, dug from an abbey graveyard, to attune the Oraculum to the minds of living sisters. 12th day. It's done. Adolfina. We sure Hitler died in the war? And several others brought back a wagon full of coffins. I'll start on new effigies at once. Adolfina. What is the female version of Adolf? There you go. Adolfina. 19th day. Still only faint voices. Nothing near the connection required to give them dreams. Must adjust lenses, refine the effigies, sleep with their skulls beneath my blankets for a few nights more. Okay, creepy. Perhaps integrate the scarves they use to cover their eyes. 21st day. Delilah is anxious about my progress, and yet there's not much to tell. I was able to interrupt several oracular sisters in conversation, leaving them momentarily at a loss for words. I'm confident that soon enough I'll be able to make them say whatever I wish, then I'll have news for my Empress in Dunwall. 23rd day. At last, I held one of the sisters in a trance-like state for an hour. Delilah was ecstatic. Soon we will control the oracular order. Not if I have anything to say about it, bitch. Oh, I can just open the display case. Broken whalebone... Broken whalebone sword. Little bitch.
Rather rude to die here.
Alright, get up my sleep dart.
Your first shot will never reach me. Your bullets become blood flies. Try again, coward. A man here? Nonsense. Who are you? Can you possibly be... Oh, now I understand. You're true. Like the psychopath you are. Try again.
Okay, well, maybe load the game? I'll just load it here. I don't know if it's because the sleep dart didn't, like, wasn't affected or whatever the fuck. I guess we'll see. Yay, all my Amazon packages have shipped. Oh, okay, so...
Last night, I walked through a dream with one of them, and we drank from a fountain in the town where she was born.
Vice Overseer
Okay,
Burns'
so I gotta...
suspicions were right.
Okay, so... Look at all this again. Sleep dart. Candles. Okay, so I think that's all the that's all the. I didn't even realize that was all the bone charms and runes and shit.
As a boiled owl. I look forward. For now,
Okay, so now we'll take this again.
at least until we have the sisters under control. There's no one.
Migra, the whalebone.
Talk to you again.
I'm in.
Farewell.
I meant nothing to my fine family. Beyond an advantageous marriage and years of childbearing. They promised me to a man 3 times my age who wheezed on about our wedding night. But a curious thing happened on the way to the altar, Delilah.
These odd lenses might be linked to what Ashworth is working on.
With no returning to my cage. Looking at the stars and drinking wine on a rooftop, I was free. Instead of seeing the overseers for marriage, I visited my banker and raced away from my own fire.
Oh my god damn. Well, I killed him. That's for sure. I don't know if that was better or worse, but
It seems rather rude.
all right. So what we'll do we'll nab you, little lady. This was the only lady left that was over here. Oh no, there's one. Oh no. Oh, that's the dead guy. That's right. Alright, so on the oracular order, I think we've already seen that, yes. So yeah, oracular order divided. Warning from Brianna Ashworth. All of you, if you share my loyalty to Delilah and our coven, heed my words. Again, I was haunted by nightmares about the oraculum. The original lenses Jindosh used in the device nearly ruined me. I felt Delilah's magic flicker, and the flame she rekindled in me almost went dark, like it did after Brigmore 15 years ago. If another accident like that will cost me everything, my connection to the void, to magic itself. I cannot afford any more mistakes. I will study discarded lenses in my workshop, then have them destroyed. Remember that Delilah is relying on my efforts, and the oraculum is attuned to me alone. Do not interfere with the device. Only I have a chance to control the oracular sisters.
So this could be tampered with. Ashworth could be cut off from the void entirely. No more witchcraft. All that's left to do is hit the switch, and Ashworth should be powerless.
There we go. No magic for you, lady.
What will I do now? I'm ruined. That feeling. The things I could do. The touch of the void. Delilah. It was everything I had.
There we go. Alright, so, yep, all that's left to do is meet her at the skiff. You dumb bitch. Yeah, but what about her? Where's her office at? Is it up? I want to go back. I want to go back to her office. Oh, hello, Delilah.
As if you could ever hug royal in the city that spawned you.
It's done. Brianna Ashworth is no longer a witch.
You villain! You don't even know what you've done. A great
I do.
wilts and fades from the world.
This is only the start. You've pissed all over everything, but you'll pay for it.
Oh, Brianna. I don't believe we will speak again. The thought of seeing you reduced to such a pale, sad thing. It's too much to bear. I hate you for this, Corvo Atano.
I wonder, if you didn't have hate, Delilah, what would you have?
Haha. I ruined your friend's day. I ruined your friend's day. I ruined your friend's day. Some bullets here. So she had an unfinished letter to Delilah. Done straightening up. Mistress Brianna, like you asked, I stored your audiograph recordings in the archive down there in the basement, and I tied up around the oraculum just as you asked. Some of the others were talking about the old lenses you took out of the oraculum device after the accident, saying they were going to bury them lenses forever at the bottom of the ocean. Well, it didn't sound right to me, so I stored them in the effigies workshop in case you find some use. All my other chores are done, so I'll prepare your leche thistle tea. I'm grateful for the second chance you've given me. I'm sure over time I'll feel Delilah's presence and learn the magic like my coven sisters. Please don't cast me out. I'll make you and Empress proud, I promise. Carnia. Karina? Unfinished letter to Delilah. Delilah, when we can't talk, I write. There are things only you will understand. Daily I feel my connection to the void growing, and through me, your power calls out to those who would join our coven. New faces, new voices. Our bond is stronger than it was at Brigmore, yet you feel so far away. If we were together, I could say more. It is as if I can see beyond the air, another time or place. You have parted a curtain I never knew was there. Oh, Delilah, strange and beautiful whispers are carried on the breeze. I'm forever grateful of being your instrument. Proposal to Curator Hayden. To Brianna Ashworth, Curator of the Royal Conservatory. Although we have never met, we share occupations. Overseeing cultural artifacts and historical oddities, you and Serkonos and me and Morley. I have heard so much about you and have long admired the stories regarding your exhibits. To the matter at hand, I propose an artistic exchange. At the Morley Gallery of History and Sculpture, we have works by many of the greats, including Anton Sokolov himself. Additionally, we have many unearthed items of a much unusual quality, which never fail to amuse and bewilder the public. But we would like to broaden our coverage. To that end, would you be interested in an exchange? I'm particularly eager to get my hands on some of your own works and your conservatory's collection, Mechanized Fauna. And high hopes, Finley Hayden, Curator, Morley Gallery of History and Sculpture. Oh, there we go. Is that fish pond? I'm coming back, Megan. So we did get everything. We got all the, runes and everything. Speaking of, I haven't actually checked. Oops, I haven't actually checked to see what we had in terms of. We have 5. So bin time is probably what we're gonna do. So there's stop time, there's move faster relative time, and lasting bin time. So we're gonna get these 2, and then we'll probably get that as well. Bin time is fantastic to have. I know that it's not like on my bar, but it will be definitely something that like I use. I'll pull up just because of how great it is in terms of being able to sneak up on somebody.
That's for sure.
You're able to sneak up on people and stuff and slow down time. Sometimes when you stop time, that's even better. So, all right, Megan, let's get the fuck out of here.
So it's done.
Ashworth won't be a problem anymore.
Good. But Corvo, there's something else. Back when I lived in Dunwall, I did things that I'm not proud of.
You live long enough, that happens.
Yeah. But what I did is worse than most. I knew Delilah and Ashworth. Bought into their bullshit, which led me down a bad road. To be honest, before all this, I thought Delilah dead. I don't want to get into it right now. but I felt like you should know. There are things I regret, Corvo.
Whatever happened in Dunwall was a long time ago, Megan.
I wish it felt like that. Seems like yesterday. Are you ready to leave now?
Yes, I am ready to leave.
Yes, let's go. Take me back to the dreadful whale.
Another step toward the Duke of Serkonos and Delilah.
So we had two people died. We're back in the assault range. Stealth, bodies detected 20, detections 18. We didn't kill any civilians though. We only killed hostiles, so that is still good. We got all the runes, all the shrines. It says 7 out of 9 bone charms, but there was no more bone charms on the thing. So I don't know why. 22 out of 3,800 coins, not too great. 1 and 3 pennies, 2 or 3 blueprints, whatever. Don't really agree with the bone charms thing though. Alright, special actions. Got the best price for the Roseboro prototype. Talked with Delilah after eliminating Brianna. Forever severed Brianna Ashworth's link to Delilah's magic. And found the outpost that Vice Overseer Byrne was using to spy on Brianna. Okay, so
3 years ago, Delilah was laying her plans. The Duke's people gathered at the home of a mine baron named Aramis Stilton to commit some horror in her name. I need to know how they made her immortal. But where was I 3 years ago? Letting Emily daydream through council meetings, teaching her fencing and back alley fighting. I always expected an enemy we could put down with a sword. Soldiers, spies, assassins. Instead, we got something else. Beyond the pale. Beyond the natural world. Instead, we got hit by someone like me.
of course. So there's a sword that we took. Let's go ahead and write the travel log, shall we? Alright. What happened 3 years ago? Brianna Ashworth and Delilah were infiltrating the minds of the Sisters of the Oracular Order, influencing the visions they sent to the High Overseer, and through him to all the Abbey faithful across the Empire, but I put a stop to that. I must admit, I'm impressed by Delilah's illusions of grandeur. She's still dreaming of being worshipped the way some occultists worship the outsider. I'm worried about what I'll find back in Dunwall. I hope Emily is alright. Anyway, Ashworth is no longer a witch. Her connection to void magic is broken, and hopefully now Delilah's coven in Karnaca will be broken. I also learned that Ashworth organized some kind of seance for Delilah 3 years ago. I'm getting close to understanding Delilah's immortality. It happened in the manner of a mine baron named Aramis Stilton. I'll pay him a visit. Megan Foster admitted that she knew Brianna Ashworth from years back. Ashworth, who's been part of Delilah's coven of witches for a long time. I can't quite put it all together, but there's something. I've noticed Megan won't look me in the eye. I want to trust her, and I'm grateful for her help, but do I really know anything about her? Can't sleep. My father died when I was so young, and I hated him for it. Of all things, a lumber accident. It seemed like such a foolish end. I could never forgive him. I hated him for leaving me without a father, as if it was the worst thing in the world. Now I know better. It's taken all this time to understand. It is so much worse to lose a child. Emily, I am coming for you. No matter what, I will come for you. Okay. With Anton. There's a note from Megan. While you were resting up, I had the old man drop me off so I could check out the Dust District. I'll meet you there and pass along whatever I learned. Come find me when you're awake. Oh. Well, it seems that she's not here anymore.
My mind is finally clearing. Now I can return to
Okay,
my
patience
work
farewell.
here, helping those who need it the most. What can I say about what you've done for me? Saved me from madness and worse, from giving in to a life of sadistic brutality. How could I ever repay you for that? Given who you are and what you're in Karnaca to do, I can only say good luck. The city, the country, the empire, everyone is counting on you. I'll send something special for you, by way of courier. I hope it helps.
Alright. Big ass fish up in here.
Brianna Ashworth, the Duke, Jendosh, all of them taken by Delilah. Just making us out in this city. But
Alright, Anton,
I need to
tell me
know
what's up.
why Delilah can't be killed. Everything we've learned implies that something strange happened at Aramis Stilton's home 3 years ago, but then he disappeared.
Stilton lived in a bunker kept secure by a fancy lock made by Jindosh. Maybe inside you'll learn more about how to stop Delilah.
But I have to get there first, through a ruin created by the Duke, where I used to live.
Megan had an intriguing idea. Paolo is leader of the Howlers. He wants Vice Overseer Byrne killed, and of course, Byrne wants Paolo dead too. Both groups will attack you on sight, but walk in with the corpse of their chief enemy, and they'll treat you like family.
So that gives me at least one way into Aramis Stilton's house.
I'm pretty sure that will work.
Coming back here, seeing it changed, run into the ground. Some people have reached beyond others. The old Batista neighborhoods, full of mining families, called the Dust District now.
No, from Sokolov. Corvo, it's true I don't tinker with mechanical devices much anymore, but I'm not as old as, but I'm not so old as to be useless just yet. Behold, I fashioned a little convenient contrivance for you, using only parts comes from this wretched vessel. Yes, all right, a few bits were currently in use, but I assure you that none were involved in keeping us afloat. Say nothing to Megan, as her disposition needs no further scarring. In any case, this device serve you well. I already have a lot of spring razors, Sokolov, but thanks. Anton Sokolov's diary, The Gears of Time. Hello again, neglected journal. I smile as I write this, for I know others will read it. When I'm gone to the void, or perhaps as I languish in a prison cell somewhere. Fine then, read away and laugh, if it's in your nature, at my foolishness and my aching joints. Does it please you to know that even walking is a chore? But I am too proud to use a cane. I can hear my bones protest with every step, a most unpleasant grinding noise that follows me wherever I go. Is it amusing to know that my eyes can barely see this page, or that my hand trembles as I hold the pen? Then laugh, yes, the once great Sokolov is now just a tired old bag of bones. My meals are brought to me. Soon someone will have to hold the spoon lest I starve. I find it nearly impossible to paint and even more difficult to urinate, so laugh. But then pause in your glee and take a moment to realize this. The same fate awaits you, my friend, should you be smart enough and lucky enough to live as long as I have. That's what I get for breaking his case. So yeah. So the real question is who do we want to bring to who? Do we want to bring Overseer Byrne to the Howlers, or do we want to bring the leader of the Howlers to the Overseers? Well, to be honest with you, the Overseers are probably the more deadly of the two. At least I think so.
What's that? Huh? Ready now?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Take Megan's skiff closer.
So we're going to travel through the Dust District to Aramis Stilton's Manor. Now, if I remember correctly, Aramis Stilton's Manor has the other thing that they, when this game was first announced, they showed off a couple of things, and one of those things was this device that allows you to time travel. Basically, you switch back and forth between past and current times. I think that's in his manor, and it's actually used to get past obstacles and doorways and stuff like that. So I believe that's in his manor, but it's only for that level. It's not for other levels.
I didn't know Aramis Stilton. Who was he?
Loyal to the old Duke. Stilton helped build modern Karnaca with those silver mines. Worked his way up from nothing to a fortified mansion. But the new Duke spends money so fast, the mine crews work all day and all night. The district's in ruins. The dust drives out anyone except the most desperate.
The Duke of Serkonos has made a mess of things. His father was a good man.
True, but the new Duke's misery has only been possible with Dunwall's support. In any case, you'll have to pass through the Dust District. Maybe Stilton's still in there, or maybe he's dead. Find Megan once you reach the Dust District. She'll tell you more. I'll wait here with this skiff and take you back to the dreadful whale after you finish.
Okay. Most of this stuff is over this way. Crown Killer's watching. They're actually not. Windmill operation. We've already read that. Okay. So welcome to the Batista Overlook.
Orders from the Duke. We're losing too many people. Good soldiers blinded by that hallucinogenic powder the Hounds use, then stabbed to death or dragged down by the Abbey's hounds. One young lieutenant got hit by an overseer grenade. That was it.
Alright, so we'll look around here.
Happen until someone manages to kill either Paulo or Vice Overseer Byrne. And I don't see you or
Stinks around here. It's not my job to clean up.
I get stuck out here. Tired of cleaning silver dust out of my ears.
I'm hungry.
Grand Palace. That's an assignment. All apples and slippers. Where are these damn...
He says keep alert, and I says I am alert. I've been alert. And he says, yeah, but this time I really mean it.
Dust storm coming.
Yeah, so that's the other thing about this place. Is they have these dust storms. And they make it kind of hard to see. Which can actually be a good thing or a bad thing, so. Alright, mine collapses. Numerous casualties. Apparently I've already read that, so. All these guys can just lay there. Alright, so let's see here. We got this guy here. See, that sleep dart didn't work.
I've got enough to work.
What? Hey, who are you? Be here. Stop.
Oh, god damn it.
No use running. Come back here. You won't get away.
There we go. Sorry, bud. God damn these non-working sleeping darts. Piss me off. Sorry, buddy. But you're going down. There we go. You sit right there. That's everybody down here too. Turned off the wall of light, so let's take one of them. First one is just right over here. What's up?
I've been doing reconnaissance, talking to people. The Overseers and the Howlers have divided up the district. Just ahead is neutral territory where no one will harass you. But further on, the Howlers and the Overseers both have boundaries set up. And beyond those points, they'll attack you on sight.
Aramis Stilton is the real goal. Sokolov said you'd worked out a plan.
Yes. I believe that if you take out Paolo or Vice Overseer Byrne, the other one will grant you safe passage, and will help you get inside Stilton's home. Neutralize either one of them, and bring him to the other.
Got anything else?
Byrne is protected by the Overseers. Paolo has the Howlers, but I think he's also got some kind of black magic charm. They say he's got to die twice before the sun sets, or he can't be killed. Good luck with that.
Well, I want to bring the Overseers. The Overseer, Byrne to the other dude. Sad news, Agatha. You can probably guess the reason for my letter. He died last night. He seemed a little better and took some broth. Little Al even got him laughing a bit, but the laughing turned to coughs. That lasted for about an hour. It stopped real sudden, like he didn't have the strength to cough no more. Then he started to spit up some black, and more came out his nose. I tried to get him to cough it all out. I turned him on his side and slapped his back and put boiled onions on his chest. But it weren't no use, and he died like that, eyes bulging out and that black stuff everywhere. I'm taking the children and moving back to Redmore. We ain't never should have come here in the first place. Jillian.
This is the Duke of Sarkar. I'm told that people are complaining about the mines falling on the city. Yes, war is expensive.
Alright, so we have this rune in here. Which actually, this rune will allow us to move faster relative to time. There we go. So this here is like neutral territory.
I'm not sure why Stilton's house needed to be shut up tight like this, but what do you think? Can you crack it?
Give me a minute.
Durante knows how to get in here. Paolo had a
This is the code you have to get the Jindosh riddle. At the dinner party were Lady Winslow, Dr. Marcola, Countess Conti, Madame Natsuyu, and Baroness Finch. The women sat in a row. They all wore different colors, and Dr. Marcola wore a jaunty blue hat. Baroness Finch was at the far left, next to the guest wearing a green jacket. The lady in white sat left of someone in red. I remember that white outfit because the woman spilled her whiskey all over it. The traveler from Dunwall was dressed entirely in purple. When one of the dinner guests bragged about her snuff tin, the woman next to her said they were finer in Dunwall, where she lived. So Lady Winslow showed off a prized bird pendant at which the lady from Karnaka scoffed, saying it was no match for her ring. Someone else carried a valuable war medal, and when she saw it, the visitor from Belton next to her almost spilled her neighbor's wine. Countess Conti raised her absinthe and toast. The lady from Freyport, full of rum, jumped up onto the table, falling onto the guest in the center seat, spilling the poor woman's beer. Then Madame Natsuyu captivated them all with a story about her wild youth in Dubovka. In the morning, there were 4 heirlooms under the table: the snuff tin, diamond, the ring, and the war medal. But who owned each?
Taken away.
I don't even understand what this is. I don't see any seams.
Jimmy's sister says it's a gimmick. Like he weren't a real locksmith who made it.
So yeah, it's a pretty complicated lock. It's really just a big riddle. You just have to figure out who had what, basically. And I believe that the answer will be given to us, to whoever we give. I think we can get it from the Howlers, actually. I don't remember, though.
The gangs were at each other's throats even when I was young. But now it's against the Abbey.
So the Overseer outpost is over there. And Crone's Hand Saloon's over
Stay
there.
on her side or you'll be spitting teeth. Far as I know, you might be an Overseer spy.
And the shop is down here.
Years ago, the mines were a good job. Stilton made sure of it. No one got fired for being injured.
Yeah, so they say. The mining office handled things like that. And the family committee made sure that the
Bunch of
boss
clocks.
got greedy.
Handbook for new miners. You're about to embark on a journey deep underground. The work is hard, but for the people who dig deep, there is long-standing tradition behind the labor, behind the culture itself. You'll explore and excavate vast caverns in search of precious silver and other valuable ores. Your eyes may be the first to take in the grandeur of some of these underground grottos and seemingly endless shafts. However, as you must know, mining is one of the most dangerous jobs in the Empire of the Isles. Before you begin, it is essential you understand these basic safety rules. Always bring a day's rations of food and water with you, 2 if you can carry the extra weight. Be aware that canaries and sparrows are susceptible to invisible vapors and will swoon when harmful gases are present. Exit the mine immediately if this should happen to caged birds near you. Always wear the protective goggles and breathing apparatus provided by the foreman's office. Stay with your group at all times. Do not venture alone to unmarked caverns and tunnels. Watch those working around you for signs of exhaustion or dizziness. Keep one another safe. Demand for silver is at an all-time high, so work hard, stay safe, and keep the precious metal coming. Courtesy of the Miners' Union, paid for by Aramis Stilton.
Everything worked as long as one side didn't win out over you. And that's exactly what happened once Stilton disappeared.
What do you think you're doing?
Get your ass out of here if you know what's good for you.
There's no way out of this hole I'm in, is there?
So apparently this is hostile territory, but...
What's going on here?
Okay, well... Hi, lady. Alright.
Only I could sell dust, I'd be rich. You won't regret it.
At Verma Stilton's home.
I'll take that deal. Well, we could do business.
Come back next time you need.
Alright, there we go. We'll save those.
We don't meet this week either. At this rate.
Wouldn't miss that.
Yes, yes, yes.
See? See? I told you!
Damn it.
Silver Spike. Mystery women leave conservatory. Residents living near the Royal Conservatory report strange tidings, friends. As regular readers know, curator Brianna Ashworth shuttered the conservatory some time ago. And at nearly the same time, the Duke tripled security outside. Why? Would a museum sit closed? To save funding? I don't buy it. What costs are incurred by maintaining rooms full of old bones? Now, something stranger still, no one has seen Brianna Ashworth in days, but a steady trickle of women had been seen leaving the Royal Conservatory at odd hours. Some were seen heading for the docks near the canal, assumably on their way north. To Dunwall, perhaps? Is there a connection between these strange women and our Empress Delilah? Are they somehow related to the missing women we've reported over the last 3 years? Families complain of wandering daughters, some of whom suffered from dissolution of the spirit, so severe as to require daily bloodletting. We reveal more as we continue to investigate.
No, you bastard!
That's what I want. Take that, you dog.
I need to get in here somehow. Oh, would this be it? Oh, well.
Abello, are you sure you know what you're doing? I studied field tactics with Brother Cardoza in the peninsula. Pirate crews there resort to these same...
Pretty sure
What's
I
going
saw
on?
someone. Let's
I
have
don't
a
like
look.
that. Better have a look. Huh?
You're not supposed to be here.
What's the slight come on, dude!
So
Seriously?
Outsider when I see one. Defend yourself. Accept your fate, miscreant. Shame on you. Come at me then. The strictest guide my hand.
Aw, damn. Yeah, now I'm regretting making that fucking goddamn bolt because now I'm wasting all these fucking sleep darts on people. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't know if I can break these down though. Yeah, I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna recraft it because I cannot deal with that bullshit. Now, just don't fucking corrupt this time. Thank God. Jesus. It's so annoying. It's like I've sat here and I've wasted this shit and it's like I just can't do this shit anymore. Because now I have to go back and I have to get more... fucking sleep darts. I want to find a way into here though. Into this place. There, we broke that off the door there. Dust storm.
Come in, my friend. I like how you spend.
Yeah, well, I don't like how I spend, so. At least they're cheap, you know. It's this one, right? Yes. Nice. Got that. Coins. Alright, more coins. A letter here, unsent letter. Sweetheart, I'm still not sure when I'll be able to join you. I can't close up the shop or leave my brother alone right now. Running a black market business is every bit as tricky as I always imagined. The conflict in the district shows no signs of abating. Day and night we hear overseers, gunshots, and those screaming bolts used by the Howlers. We stay inside hoping for all this to end soon. Whenever I feel sad, I look at our wedding silvergraph. What a special day that was. I have an anniversary surprise for you, and I'm not sure I'll be able to wait to give it to you. Stay safe, my dear. I love you, Martha. Wedding silvergraph. Wed the month of rain, a love without refrain. No fucking clue. He's totally unconscious. Got bars in his windows. Alright. So that's that, really.
It's gonna be brined hagfish again.
So this leads, of course, to the Overseer outpost, which I think we're gonna take the Overseer burn to the Howlers.
See, I told you.
So let's go back over to where we were. No, not there.
Come on, good to see you.
Won't change anything. You stand accused of actions forbidden by the teachings of the Abbey of the Ever. Are you all right? What's going on here?
Later.
You can't stay hidden forever.
Good night, sir. Alright, so just lay these guys right here. There you go, bud. This guy's dead. Alright, so oh, there's something up here. It's like a this. Let's just check this place out real quick. Oh, there's some sleep darts. Nice. Fuck you, bloodfly. You know those people down here will be happy to see me. It's not. Okay, well, I think we're going to pause it here, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to save. And the next time, we will, on the next part, we will continue our way into the Overseer outpost. We'll get Burn, and we'll bring him to the Howlers, and those guys should probably help us get to not Jindosh's, well, we'll get past Jindosh's lock, into the other manor. So, yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, and goodbye.